What is happening, Magnus sites? So this has been kind of circulating like wildfire. Where is our leader? Remember when he did that? And everybody was like, what they got on him? Well, apparently he is refusing to back Biden right now. This is interesting. Let's check this out.
The Rock is delivering a smackdown on the Biden campaign. Dwayne Johnson is refusing to back Joe Biden this year after lending his endorsement in the last election. The superstar drop-kicking the sorry state of Biden's America while speaking with Fox and Friends.
Am I happy with the state of America right now? Well, that answer is no. Do I believe we're going to get better? I believe in that. I'm an optimistic guy, and I believe we can get better. The endorsement that I made years ago with Biden was one I thought was the best decision for me at that time. Am I going to do that again this year? That answer is no. I'm not going to do that because what I realized, what that caused back then was something that tears me up in my guts back then and now, which is division. And I wouldn't do that because my goal is to bring our country together.
And as Joe Biden
Sound like he's ready to run.
Celebrities, his pals in the media are finding new ridiculous ways to attack Donald Trump and his voters, like bringing on a cult expert.
The good news is it's not permanent, and people wake up and they are embarrassed and ashamed, as I felt in 1976. But more and more people are leaving the MAGA cult. It's important that people not.
You could argue that a whole bunch of behavior is cult behavior.
In this delusion, ask questions in a respectful, curious way that gets them to start realizing they've been conned and that their minds have been hijacked.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Katie, I don't know who that guy is, but he apparently has a solution to taking Trump voters away from Trump. We're living in an alternate reality. Why do you think he says that?
I don't think he really knows what he's talking about. He's this weird cold expert, someone that Jesse might have on his show at some point, right? Did you interview him for your book? Maybe.
Oh, I should.
You
But
should.
Thanks for
The next part
reminding
two.
everybody about the book.
You're welcome.
We're still
I'm
buying
here
it.
to do that. I think what The Rock was saying was interesting in the sense that we're dealing with the same situation that we were dealing with in terms of candidates as we were in 2020. Here we are again. And he's saying that he made a mistake, essentially, by endorsing Joe Biden. And he talks about the reason why he endorsed him is he wanted to bring the country together, and Joe Biden ran on division, and clearly none of that has been fulfilled over the past 4 years. Now, he's not saying that he's going to vote for Trump necessarily, and he's on this idea of wanting to bring everyone together and that everyone should agree on these things. He pushes back on the woke agenda, but I think it really just clarifies that Joe Biden ran as a moderate. He ran as someone who was going to be a president for everybody, and he's actually been a very far-left, divisive president. And people are starting to realize that in the sense of admitting that they were wrong about the choices that they made publicly.
They were both divisive. I would tell you that. I was paying attention when Trump was elected, and I was paying attention when Biden was fairly or not fairly, legitimately or not legitimately elected. And, they both were divisive. I remember when Trump was running. And the next day, after he got elected, I remember, and other people were telling me this, and people were saying it in the comments section. They were like, yo, like white people wouldn't look me in the face the next day. And I remember that I went to the grocery store and people would not look at each other or acknowledge each other. It was quiet too. It was very quiet the next day after Trump got elected. I remember that. It was just strange feeling. And anyway, the point is this. What's funny is I wanted to tell you, people send me stuff from time to time. And somebody tagged me in something the other day. Hey, Tyrone, what's going to happen if the Republican? I don't care. I don't care. You got to understand, all right? With me, I believe it's all a show. I don't trust any politician. I'm waiting for the big man upstairs to eventually handle things. Okay? Until then, I'm going to try to be the absolute best human being that I can be. Okay? And that is it. Okay? It's so stressful for me to really get into politics, because the more that I watch, the more that I read, the more that I hear, the more that I speculate, it's stressful. I don't even know how the talking heads of politics do it. I assume things that may make me stressful may invigorate other people. And I assume that's the way it is. I like to work out. I work out 5, 6, 7 days a week, depending on what, my schedule is like. I love to work out. Some people, that's too stressful. They just can't work out like that. They need to do the whole recommended 3, the lowest number, which is 3 times a week, if they can fit it in, because it's too much of a stress to them. Working out invigorates me. Politics stress me out. It is so full of lies and cons and scams and other evil things. It drives me insane. And I do believe there are good people in politics. But I was checked out as a teenager when we started to learn a little about it in high school. And it was just irritating subject to me. So it is what it is. I personally hope that Trump gets elected, because Trump is absolutely hilarious. I don't find Biden that funny, or entertaining. But I'd rather, if someone's going to be in power, I'd rather be entertained at least. You know what I mean? Weren't they saying the economy was a lot better when Trump was president? That's good, right? So I'd like a good economy. I'm a businessman, But Biden is on board with a whole lot of the stuff that's destroying all of the entertainment that I love. So, yeah, guess it's Trump 2024. Post the comments down below. Let me know what you all think. I'm not voting, okay? Like I said, I'm waiting for the big guy, the creator, to eventually handle things and set humanity straight. But until then, I don't want to be involved in none of this dirty politics. 10 million subscribers. Woo!